episode of Is It Really Reality? Guys, we have a great show for you today. Oh, man. Guys, I really didn't want to do this video, but, it's some people out there that just don't get YouTube, guys. So we're going to have to break it down in this video, just the stuff that they don't get, guys, because I don't go back and forth in comments with people. I don't do all that type of stuff, guys. I just come and give you the real, guys, and really don't care about too many people with bad opinions, Okay, now let's get into it, guys. Now, a lot of people been coming in the comments, and not a lot of people, man, but, some people. I say about that, I'm not going to hit you with a lot of people thing like a lot of people do, it was like two people, and they come in different videos, and they write the same stuff, and I think it's Big Dummy itself, but I don't know, but, I'm going to address everything about YouTube, Let's get into it. Now, guys, one thing we have to learn is content and mess. When I do my content, guys, I make my content funny, and I talk about the content creators that I watch, And I might say something, guys, you don't hear me use profanity. You don't hear me call these people out their name. Nobody but Dumbo. Big stupid. And he deserves it. Because he been running around YouTube calling Cryer and everybody else the baddest things in the world. So, when you're a bully and you're on the block bullying everybody, sooner or later, somebody is going to come and they're going to bully you. Not saying that person is a bully. But that person came to stop the bullies, guys. To stop the bully. He's on the block. Now, when someone get on the bully, and the bully can't take it, he done met his match. Guess what the bully do? He whines, he runs, and cries. He said, it starts out with him, talking about him and Cryer had a series together, okay? You guys went for that. Erica came on, she said, man, you got to be crazy if you think someone would do a series with this guy. Now, I told you guys before, and I think some of these guys just don't get it. Cryer told the guy, look, one time, hey, man, we maybe can do something. And it wasn't the fact that Cryer was scared of the guy. It's just the fact that Cryer is 50 years old, man. He's not trying to go and fight with anyone at 50 years old. Man, at 50, man, this guy is trying to live his life in peace. He don't want no problem. Who want a fist fight with a guy? See, if you're younger, you won't understand that, I'm not old as Cryer, but I'm getting up in age and I understand, you don't want mess in your life, bud. You don't want to sit around and fight with people at that age, man. And then you let you guys, like I said before, man, I know it's only him setting up pages, But you guys got to understand, this is not content this guy is doing. This guy is stalking his wife ex. Come on, bud. It's plenty people on YouTube, bud, for you to do content on. You got CJ So Cool. You got everybody. You got Life of Corey and Carmen. You got all these people out here, bud. But you wanted to target your wife ex because this is personal. And you're dragging all these people in that you're calling your fans and you're saying, hey, yeah, just content. It's not content. You got to be an idiot to believe him. You got to be. It's not content. He's manipulating his audience by saying it's content. Yeah, I'm going to dress up and I'm going to say everything I want to say in a character so I can say it's content. But guys, if you listen to what he's saying, in one video, he went crazy. And I felt it from his heart. I know it was coming from his heart. When he said, you need me. I'm Mr. Cryer. I'm the one you need. I'm the one you do. Come on, guys. This guy was having an attack right there and nobody paid attention to it. Man, I could be a therapist or something. What do you call them? I don't know, counselor or whatever it's called, you know? I can be one of those because you guys sat right there when this guy was having an attack on Crier and didn't even notice it. You thought it was entertainment because he made you think that. But guys, just listen to every skit he do. He's pouring his heart out. And all the people that hate Crier and been waiting on it. Listen, man, let me tell you guys something, right? This stuff, you know, I haven't been on YouTube that long. And the same stuff that is going on with Crier, it goes on with me too. You know, you get your fake bloggers, you get your wannabe bloggers to come over here, you get your wannabe fans that, you know, that hate Crier, you know, they can't stand him, they go to watch him just because they hate him. You know? So you get those type of people, right? And guys, listen to me. Let me tell you how those type of people be created. Because every hater that you see in your chat, guys, was once a person that was trying to get your attention, but you didn't pay them any attention. So it turned from love to hate because you didn't acknowledge them. But guys, there's so many people on YouTube. If we hit a heart and hit a like, that's acknowledging you. You can't sit and talk to people all day. You know, it's some people out here, they just want your personal attention. And then it's like, listen, guys, anyone that's raising kids, you understand what I'm talking about. It's like, when you're not showing your kid attention, they start acting out. And that's what these guys are. You know, we have a lot of 50 and 60-year-old kids, man. And 40, 50, you know, we have a bunch of kids on here, man. And I'm not talking about the little kids because, guys, listen. You know, since I've been on YouTube, guys, I see more older people with the drama and mess than the younger guys. You don't see the young kids because, you know, you don't see the young kids coming around and doing all this stuff. It's the older people, man. I never knew that people don't grow up at this age, man. Like, you guys, I mean, come on, man. If you grew up with any wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, guys, you can see straight through Psycho. And you can understand what he's trying to do. And some of his audience, you know, he's manipulating. And some of them there for the ride because they don't like Crier, guys. They don't care. They don't like him, and but they don't care if JAYMICHAEL says anything wrong about Crier. He could be dead wrong. And they don't care, guys. Because you got to think about it. They already hate Crier. Go back to what I was saying. They was first came on the Crier page, commenting, loving Crier. Maybe tried to say something to him and he didn't catch the comment. And then it turned to hate, guys. You know? Then it turns to hate. Now, with Mucker and Creolebea, LaToya, same thing, guys. You know? Don't manipulate the situation. I really respect LaToya more. If she would have came on and said, hey, listen, can't help what my heart felt. I know I'm going to get bashed about this, but before anything, I don't have a problem with these people, you know, so I am going to apologize. Before anything, I'm going to say, hey, Erica, loved by Erica, I apologize. Crier, I apologize. But, you know, me and Mucker felt in love, and I guess, and that's what it is, you know, I'm not trying to be malicious and hurt anyone. But why it turned into hate, LaToya? You didn't have any beef with one of these guys before you got with Mucker. Now you're with Mucker and it turned into hate. It don't have to be hate, LaToya. You did this. You created this mess. Now, I know a lot of you guys might say, hey, Erica is not no angel. But listen, you know, you can give her a little bit of respect because she came out and she told us everything. She cleared her slate. You know, you can kind of deal with a person like that came out and been honest with you and cleared the slate. Not a person that's trying to manipulate your audience. And you guys can say, oh, LaToya came out. No, she didn't, man. She came out when she got caught, man. People was speculating this and saying they ain't even going to say, I'm not even going to say speculating. People was knowing this for a long time. It's just she got caught. So it's like, you know, when you get caught with your hand in the plate, you get caught with your hand in the pudding, guess what? You got to admit up to it because you got caught. You know what I'm saying? You got caught. It was a way of going about everything. Because, listen, I'm going to tell you like this here. Crier, you don't even have to beef with Crier. Like I told you before, LaToya. Crier didn't really like you from the beginning. Listen, guys, just think about it, guys. Crier never went back to fight for LaToya like he did with Erica. Crier never liked her. One little thing, Crier was gone. Because you know why, guys? Crier been wanting to leave. Crier was looking for an excuse. If you was watching any of those videos, do you notice every time they talk, Crier was throwing this in. Crier said, if we ever break up, Crier knew it wasn't going to happen, man. He knew they wasn't going to stay together. He was saying it through every video. Now, if you're any guys out there and you're real good bloggers and stuff, and you know, I wasn't blogging at this time, okay? But you know, if you're a good blogger and you go back and you look, if you're a good blogger and you was watching this stuff, you would know, man. Crier was saying it in every video, man. If we break up, it got to the point that I was saying, come on, Crier, this is not gonna work if you keep saying if we break up. But that where Crier heart wasn't there. Wasn't there. It was never there, man. Come on, man. He wouldn't have cared about that. You could have still been friends with Crier and said, hey, Crier. Hey, meet my new guy. It's your ex-last guy. But he's my new guy. Crier would have been like, hey, you guys look good together. And then he would have walked over and whispered in Mucker ear, keep her, she's a keeper. Just stay away from Erica. Alright? Crier do not care about this relationship. And, Erica, I know she might can feel some kind of way because she's pregnant from the guy. But, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Guys, you let me know. I feel, she deserved to have a little attention, okay? A little attention. But one thing I'm going to say, guys, that LaToya don't owe her anything. You know, that wasn't her friend from the beginning, even though she said they had talks on the phone. But that wasn't her friend from the beginning. Her loyalty does not lie with Erica, you know? So, Erica could, I think she's kind of looking at it that way because you got to find a way to get over this type of stuff, guys. She probably just say, hey, the girl wasn't my friend anyway. It was Cryheads. He should be mad. And he would, it's really nothing to be mad about, guys. Because before LaToya, Mucker and Erica wasn't working. There wasn't. But it's the way you go about things, man. Come on, guys. Can anybody get out of a relationship, go on without beefing? Come on, man. I think, Mucker and Erica and Crier, I think they don't have any reason to be mad at each other, guys. These are people that Erica already moved on from and Crier moved on from. But the only thing I say about Mucker and LaToya is the shot throwing. What has you got beef with these guys for, man? Where is the beef coming from? Where is it coming from? Psycho? Come on, man. This guy done stirred up more stuff on YouTube than anything. Then you want to sit there and talk about Cryer. You want to talk about Cryer, bro? Come on, man. You sit on YouTube all day and talk about Darion's father. But then you want to talk about how Cryer said something about his mom. Man, you do it all day. So what I'm saying is, what make your wrongs right, bro? Come on, bud. Get it together, man. This guy will come on and manipulate the audience and say anything. And guys, listen, guys. Don't say I'm doing the same thing he's doing. Because I'm not. I don't know these guys from a can of paint. I don't have to walk through the front door to see them. I don't have to be on the phone with them. I don't have any kids in my household from any of these guys that's sitting there saying, that's the difference, guys. That is the difference. You want to know the difference between my content and psycho content is that the little guy is not in the house with me. Me and the little guy has no connection. So if I want to talk about Cryer or anyone, I have no connections with these people. You know, my son or his son is not sitting next to me in the house with me while I'm talking about Cryer. People around me don't know nothing about this stuff, man. I'm being a content creator, man. That's what a content creator do. They talk about people that's no kin to them, that's not in their household, that don't have anyone connected. Come on, man. This guy would talk about his grandmother as it was a story. And you guys sitting there saying, well, I don't see the difference what he's doing. It's a big difference, man. This kid is in the house, man. No matter what this big loser says, the kid is in the house listening to all this. You know, he's a little guy now. You know, you probably catch him 20, 29, and he's telling the story like, man, I used to hate when this guy used to go off on my dad, but I was too little and too young to do anything. I didn't want to get in trouble. You guys, come on, man. Let's be for real. Listen, guys, once again, anytime you hear a content creator say, oh, he's just making content, he's just being happy. Listen, you know what you tell him? You are just as sick as him, but this guy is in the house around this guy's son. And he's doing all this mess, man. Come on, man. This guy was talking, you know, I was a little different at 15. This guy would have been talking about my pops, man. I would have said something. I'd have been like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing, bud? That's my pops you're talking about. Come on, man. You talk about my pops like he's a loser, a bad guy that treat me wrong, man. Leave my pops alone, man. That's what I would have been saying, bud. And we don't hear the little guy talk, so we don't know he's not saying that. Alright? Y'all guys, come on, wake up, man. When you take up with this guy, it shows me you're just as evil as him. Because come on, man. I'm going to tell you guys, it's some people out there, right, that's trying to get their rocks off. So when they stay on like half of these guys I seen on the good side before. But the good side wasn't working out for them. I guess Cryer and Erica wasn't giving them enough attention, so they had to jump. And now they're trying to make JAYMICHAEL's story sound good because he will apply back to him. He don't have any fans. He got enough people to see you. You know, he don't have anyone there, so he can see you. So you guys trying to ride with that to get your little channels off. Man, come on, man. Break it down, man. This guy is straight evil. If you're a good person and you got it in your heart, just listen to what I'm saying. What was the reason for this guy to keep poking at this guy and then calling it content? And you guys don't like Cryer, Erica, so that's why you're saying, yeah, just content, because you don't have no other excuse for this big dumb bull. You know, it's all right because it's not in your household. It's all right because it's not your little kid. But this little kid has to go through that. Listen, man, I was a little kid before in a relationship. You know, mom bringing in guys, you know, and you know, that stuff hurt, man. When you don't have a voice, when you're so young and you really can't speak up because they're only going to look at you as the little kid. You know? Come on, guys. Get it together, man. Get it together. Sometimes listen, man, the thinkers, real thinkers, they think well. And for you guys to think that Cryer would do a series with this guy because he said something to this guy one time to get his kid out the house without a fight. Come on, guys. Where are your brains? Come on, man. Wake up, man. This guy is a loser. And he's feeding all this stuff off to you people. And listen, to the ones that really don't get it and really think this guy is doing the right thing, look, let me tell you something, man. Don't think that way. But for the ones that just hate Cryer and just trying to come up with content to get the channel up, come on, man. Listen, you never win that way. One thing about me, man, I come and I bring it to you just like it is. And Cryer will tell you that, Erica will tell you that, and everybody will tell you that. Man, I don't try to make friends. I'm going to tell it like it is. I will be all you guys. Listen, guys, I don't hate any of these guys. I don't hate any of these guys, but I'm going to call it how I see it. I'm not in their household. So I can say what I want to say. I can speculate, I can do it, and I'm not hurting anyone. But when you're connected to the household, you're hurting people. These people don't have voices. These people is not loud and obnoxious like this guy to come out and tell you people how they feel. Everybody is not a YouTuber. Everybody, he make his storyline like everyone is a YouTuber. Everybody is not into this YouTube stuff. Some people just come to watch and get on with their day. Everybody is not a YouTuber and everybody don't want to be a YouTuber, but come on, man, look how you fighting. You think someone else want to come and do the same thing you're doing? They see how you kicking and shaking. So anyone that watch you, they don't want to be a YouTuber because they see how you kicking and shaking. You'll make anyone say, oh, no, this YouTube stuff is not for me. No. Oh, man. Guys, this is a never-ending story. But I'm going to be here to report it because these guys are not my family. I'm doing no harm to them. Cryer, Erica, and any of these guys, can look at my video and say, this guy is funny. And if I hit something on the head, they take it personal. Hey, they can take it personal. But I know 9 out of 10 those guys are looking like, hey, he's saying some real stuff, but hey, he's not in our household, and he's not connected with any of our family members, so I can sit back and laugh at it, and it's not going to hurt us. But when you're connected, bud, Cryer don't care. Listen, guys, only time Cryer spoke is when Mama Selena said something. You know why? Because this guy don't mean anything to Cryer. You'd be a fool to think. Come on, man. Listen, common sense, guys. When a prank is a prank and a series is a series. Now, we can pretty much see what's going on. But, guys, you can't be so delusional to think everything is a series. I mean, anything go on now. Oh, it's a series. It's a series. You guys got to be smart enough to pull the real from the fake. Listen, guys, and I'm going to tell you the guys that's spinning that narrative about this is a prank. It's the people that want you to believe that because they're trying to manipulate you like him. Cryer, you're not going to get out of this because we need stories. That's what they're telling you, guys. Cryer is not going to get out of this one, him or Erica, because we need stories. As long as we keep saying JAYMICHAEL is just acting and they doing this together, it keeps the storyline going. It keeps the narrative spinning. Cryer want out of this. Erica want out of this. They don't want no parts of this mess. You guys cannot see that. I don't understand. I see it clear as day. They don't. Listen, when I watch this guy, I know when Erica said how disgusted she feels. Listen, everybody that sees this guy, I done had several people say, oh, I can't take watching him. This guy is disgusting. Mouth moving all type of ways, and he's jumping all around, and he's talking about tenderoniness. Man, guy, I think you'll make more money off making tenderoniness t-shirts. I promise you, guy, you will sell out the first day. Love, compassion, and tenderoniness. You made up something new, guy. Just being the dumb guy you are, man. Come on now. And I don't care about you guys talking. I bash the people that bash. I bash the people. When the bashers come out, I'm going to bash them. You bash, I bash you back. You guys can't see that. You guys cannot see that. I never came on here and called one woman out her name. I I didn't call her no type of curse words or nothing. I never came over here and called one of these guys out their name. If it didn't fit them. Dumbball, stupid. Hey, these are all the names that fit this guy. You know? But you'll never hear me call a woman out their name, man. Come on, man. So, you guys need to know what bashing is. You know, when you're bashing somebody, they don't come over and comment and say, hey, man, you got me laughing on the floor. They don't do that when you're bashing. And I done had everyone from Cryer to JAYMICHAEL, to Loved by Erica, even Mama Selena. Mama Selena, you know Mama Selena don't too much comment. And she never came to any one of you, any other blogger. I'd never seen her on any one page. But she came to me and she told me she liked what I'm doing. You know, I don't do any bashing. I just speak the truth. And I bash the bashers. Now, if you coming on and you bashing someone, as a content, and guys, you got to be someone at least. Only reason I'm saying something to this guy because, he's connected to Mama Selena and Darian. They're more important than him. And that's connected to Cryer. Guys, I keep it real, guys. His name don't, get no numbers. Nothing. I had to put Cryer name with it. His name get no numbers, guys. So don't think I'm just trying to pick on this dumb boy. I wish he'd shut up. If he changed the narrative, we changed the narrative. You guys, you gotta look at it, guys. When Erica changed the narrative is starting to change around her. You're gonna get some people that still go after her and stuff. I'm about, people that's trying to make a change, And I'm not saying she's gonna make a full recovery. But as long as I see her in the process, I'm going to keep, following that story. Like I told you guys, I only talk about what goes on YouTube, what these guys bring to the table. So if you're not spinning a bad narrative, then we can't talk about you. But if you're spinning a bad narrative, then we're going to grab it and we're going to talk about it. But listen, guys. When you're out there picking on someone, is always, this guy picked on Cryer for years. Not years, I take that back, almost 2 years. And guys, no one said, leave him alone, stop. But when the basher get bashed, now it's a problem. I don't get it, guys. And I don't say it's a problem with you guys. Guys, and when I say guys, I'm just talking about him and all the fake pages he's making up. And then, he got one or two little people that hey, man, you got to take up from me, man. Go over there and say something about me. Just like the song he made. The girl she wasn't feeling it. She didn't want, listen, and another thing about that song. Let me tell you something, big dumb ball. And I'm only going to say this one time. And you better catch it. If you don't, then it flew over your head and you'll do something else stupid. When you come on YouTube and you make a lot of mess, people don't want to have themselves lined up with you, but because that's going to make people think, hey, he's lined up. She's in line with a big psycho. We don't like her now. Because that's how YouTube go. Whoever you hang with, they're not going to like you. People are not going to like you because you're guilty by association, but so I promise you, JAYMICHAEL, if you ever put my name on their song, I'm suing, bud. I'm going to sue you. Don't you ever put my name, don't put my channel name in none of that stuff. I feel like her. Don't you line me up with you, bud. Don't you ever line me up with you. I don't want nothing to do with you. Talk about you going to blow up off what? You going to blow up Selena's house if Cryer don't hurry up and do a video with you, bud. That's the only thing you're blowing up with, bud. That's the only thing. And that's just for entertainment purposes. Allegedly. Allegedly. Entertainment purposes only, but some of this stuff, guys, you already know how this stuff goes. Oh, man. Guys, like I said, this is a never-ending story. And, we're going to be here to bring it to you guys every time they drop a fart. We're going to be here to sniff it. Until next time, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Goodbye.